Yo, oops. What the hell? Yo. Hey guys, what's up? I can't stream here and YouTube at the same time. I'm just gonna test out YouTube today. If you guys want to jump there, I'm gonna do it there. I'm gonna start in a few minutes here, but just want to see how it works. So I can't even share my screen. I'll have to figure it out how I can do both, but we'll see. Okay, yeah, give me a sec here. I'm gonna jump over there in a second. Oh, interesting. Can I do this? You guys are my guinea pigs right now. I can see like, oh wait, I can see a few things here. Oh, there we go. I can see my YouTube chat there. What is up? Big delay on YouTube? Yeah, welcome to YouTube. Oh, is there a delay? I wonder if I have a settings. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna jump over there, guys. I'm gonna give away a 10K Blueberry account there too as well, so I will see you over there. All right, is this working? Can you guys hear me? Sure hope you can. I think everything's all good. What is up, guys? So we're just gonna be on YouTube today. I just want to try it out. Usually I'd like to do Discord, but we'll keep it fresh. We'll keep it real. Yeah, there might be a little bit of a delay, so I'll have to figure out if that's on my end or not. I didn't see any like delay feature when I like went live, but maybe I missed it, so we'll see. Okay, let me take off this jacket. YouTube's not really my platform, so it's probably just gonna be pretty chill tonight. Plus, people don't like hanging out with like people like trading right like on Asian session. How do I say Asian session market open? It's like so unstable, right? But I sometimes do trade it a little bit. It is kind of unpredictable though, so it's not the best market conditions to trade, but you can still find decent setups, or you can like plan for setups that might come during London session, or or even into New York. Let's see the news here. Forex factory. Okay, so we don't have anything going on till like Wednesday. We have like FOMC, so we'll have to look more into like what's going on with that. But even though that's going to be after New York or late into New York session, so we'll still be able to trade in the morning. So not a lot of action until Thursday. Right on. All right, so yeah, currently we open bullish on gold here. We'll look at a few different assets, and then we'll look at EdgeFinder as well. EdgeFinder software where we can look at economic data. We're just going to do a quick market analysis, and I just want to talk quickly about a couple ways I trade futures prop firms, because on TradingView here I can trade futures prop firms through Trade-O-Vate, right? Yeah, Trade-O-Vate. So Trade-O-Vate connects to TradingView, and then you can just trade futures, which is really nice. And did you hear that Project X is being removed. Top Step owns it, so they're going to be exclusively Project X. It's funny because I got used to Project X through a different prop firm, so that was a pretty smart play by them. You know what I mean? They gave it to a bunch of prop firms to educate people on how to use it, and then they said, just kidding, it's going to be only us that runs it. So that's pretty smart, because I probably, if it was just Top Step using Project X, which they call Top Step X, right? I likely would have never used it. And they actually removed Trade08 as well. So you can only use Top Step X. Super interesting. So we actually have a VWAP test right now. Let's see if there's a bounce here. We didn't have any liquidity swept below. See this orange line? This is the open price here. We didn't have any liquidity swept below this orange line. So at some point, price is expected to come down here. It might happen within the next couple hours, or it might happen middle of London session, but it is very likely price is going to come back down in this area, if not lower. We can look at the previous price action. We actually had strong sell-off. Buyer stepped in midway through New York on Friday, and then it consolidated a bit. So we could very well retest these lows. I mean, this is a very aggressive reversal, so it might not come back down that low, but it's definitely going to come somewhere below this open price at some point over the next 18 hours. So don't expect gold to shoot straight up to the moon. But at the moment, we're testing this VWAP. So we have this blue line, which is the VWAP, right? This is a great, it's not as relevant early in the session, but once it starts forming some market structure through the day, you'll see the VWAP become more and more relevant, especially when we have strong moves into it. And check this out. On futures, GC1, the open price had a very beautiful rejection twice already. So that's a nice play. I wouldn't have longed here because I'm thinking, hey, price is going to break and sweep some of this liquidity below the open price, but it didn't happen. It just shot straight up through the VWAP, and we had a 5-minute crossover right here. Boom. So this candle here is, if you're trading PFK alpha, that's a signal to long. Now, obviously, we didn't have a whole lot of movement to the upside. $10 move, which is not bad. I mean, $10 move to the upside isn't bad if you're trading futures. You could probably hit most of your targets for the day on that move. But you see this rejection again, VWAP, almost perfect. Right, we just had a $4 rejection here, so these two indicators are all you really need, to be honest. So I have I actually traded my funded accounts off the PFK alpha earlier. Let's see. I think we can see them here. So this is one of them. No, that one's waiting for a payout. I think it's this one. Yeah, so I took one here for $200 or whatever. And then another one, similar spot. Yeah, similar spot, another one. So basically these accounts here, these funded accounts for funding ticks, I'm just targeting $200 a day. That's all I need. Think about that, guys. We do high probability trade setups on four accounts. I think I have 4 going. 1, 2, 3, 4, I think. Yeah. $200 a day. If you hit all of them, that's $800. So that's not bad. I'll show you the dashboard here. For this account, let's see. This account here is 5-1. See if I can show you this. Oh, here we go. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, so look at this. This is how I play it. So I don't know what happened here, by the way, but So this is a new funded account. The first trade I do is 2,400, right? And that's just the hardest trade to hit because you only have 2,000 of drawdown. So you risk all your drawdown and you're still at a disadvantage. But once you hit that first trade, then your probability of a payout goes to like 90+%, because I'll be targeting 150 per day for 4 more days. So I just hit the one today. It didn't register yet. I hit one more tomorrow. That's a payout, $1,000. So that's pretty good. We do inverse. I do like an inverse trade, right? So the probability to hit the trade for 150 is like 95%. Think about if you have a coin flip and you have a 95% chance for it to land on heads. You could easily flip that thing heads like 20 times in a row. You know what I mean? So I flip heads 20 times in a row. This is not even considering a strategy. If I flip heads 20 times in a row, I'm going to hit 4 payouts, right? Because you need 5 trading days for a payout. So that's how OP it can be. That's what they don't tell you in Sunday school, you know? That's what these safe traders don't tell you. They want to be like teaching people to have like these 1 to 3, 1 to 4 risk to reward trades. I've seen traders like failing challenges all day, every day, because they're taking like 5, 6 trades a day, 1 to 3 are, and then just their hit rate is like pathetic. So when your losing rate is high, you either bounce around and draw down, or you just slowly bleed yourself to death. That's why these inverse models work really well. Okay, VWAP is kind of breaking there. Cowboy is targeting around 4. Oh, Cowboy's open. Nice. Have you ever recovered from a deep drawdown in your funded account? Yeah, quite a few times. I mean, the closer you get to breaching your account, the lower the probability to pass the challenge. Obviously, like if I have a 100K account and I'm 0.5% away from breaching, I mean, you're just, all you can risk is 0.5% on the trade, and you need to make like 8% to get out of drawdown. Yeah, you need a 16 to 1 R to get out. So the odds are very low. And honestly, like sometimes in that situation, you know, you just take the trade, see what happens. If it wins, it wins. But you want to, sometimes I'd like to, if I've been in a challenge for too long and I have 0.5% left on my account, I will risk that 0.5% and I'll just go for like a 1 to 10 R or something like that. That way, if it wins, then at least I'm closer to being out of drawdown. But the last thing I want to do is like risk 0.5% and then I make 1%. I'm still way in the drawdown, and then I have to do that again and again. And it's just such a hard hole to dig yourself out of. The only time that you can do it slowly is if like you actually don't have any money for another eval after, or another challenge. Then you might as well just try to trade that thing a little more conservatively, because then at least you can get some more trading experience, like digging yourself out of the hole. But yeah, it's just better to get out away from drawdown with one trade if you're just right on the edge of losing it. So I can't, honestly guys, in these market conditions right here, if we look at gold, we don't want to really take many trades. I know like there's a PFK alpha crossover here, but it is early in the session. If we had swept this down here already, I would like this trade setup a lot more. But the fact we haven't tested any of this price action down here is just, it's always concerning to me. I mean, you guys hear me talk about it all the time, where we want to see price action swept in the opposing direction of our trade, because the probability of it coming down is high. We can take a look at ES. Is usually doesn't move much. Yeah, ES open bearish and it climbed. NQ likely the same thing. Russ, same thing. Russ, we're on the, oh, look at this. This doesn't look too bad. Let's look at the 1 hour here. We're actually bullish momentum on the 1 hour. We had a crossover. You see this? Right here. I might take this trade. I don't trade Russ often, but I like it when the VWAP's aligning with the open price there, and we already have a nice sweep below. We have a bounce already off the VWAP, so it's a respected level. We could attempt it. Let's try it. So I'm going to take it on the eval. I'll show you guys how I set this up. So we go long. Right. And then I'll create a limit order. I don't know. Okay. RTY. Wow. That's how many contracts can I do max here? 4, I think. That's not very good. Okay, that's okay. We'll try it anyway. So we want to target at least 860. I'll target this previous swing high. And then for the stop loss, we just drag it way down here. So it's going to breach if we lose the trade. We're testing this level now. So we'll go to market order. For contracts, we're targeting 960, which will be up there. Okay, let's market by that. We'll see how that one goes. I don't trade Russ often, but it's a nice technical setup, even though it's early in the Asian session. It's a trade I'm willing to take on an eval. Let's just say that. I would like to see buyers step in and this thing kind of start rolling back up here. But the only, the only reason I like it is because we do have bullish momentum on the 1 hour here. And we've already swept below the open price. The only negative is that we have some bearish pressure in the last hour or so. So let's see how that one goes, shall we? Silver is headed down. I'm assuming gold's headed down to the open price. Yeah, this thing might even sweep while we're on stream. That's pretty interesting. Okay, let's take a look at the EdgeFinder. See what's going on today. CAD-JPY is most bullish. We should look at that. It seems like JPY pairs are extremely bearish. We have four of them that are in the bullish category, but it's the opposing currency that's bullish. Okay, let's look at that. CAD-JPY. Oh, we were going for a trade setup, but we couldn't quite get to our entry. It got very close. It just kind of wicked. It didn't wick down far enough, which is interesting. We were close, so. Yeah, this was from my analysis maybe midweek last week. Only 7 pips off. So the analysis was right. The entry was really clean, though. I like this entry. But yeah, I couldn't quite hit that. But you can see, you know what I mean? The EdgeFinder's bullish, and you can see overall bullish price action. Let's check another one out. Let's check out NZD-JPY. It's kind of random, but does anyone in the world trade NZD-JPY? Maybe not. Yeah, this one is... I mean, this one's overall bullish, but you'd have to have it pulled back quite a bit. This level here doesn't look bad for technical level, right? It might line up with fib level as well. Let's see. Yeah, that would line up for the 382. The 382 doesn't look too bad. That could be a good entry. 87.17. The thing I hate about these low volatility pairs is you need so many lots in order to have even a relevant trade, and prop firms will just give you a hard time because they don't most prop firm. You know what's funny? Most prop firms risk team have no idea how trading even works. They just like randomly they'll just randomly like reject payouts and breach accounts because they think a rule has been broken, but they actually have no idea. They're just living on hopes and dreams. I've had that happen a few times. It was kind of like the guy I was talking to from FTMO. I'm trying to explain to him, like, that's not your definition of reverse trading. And it's like, he doesn't even know what that even means, you know? One-sided betting. All right, let's check on our trade. We'll go back. Russ, how you doing, buddy? Oh, we found a couple buyers there. I wish I could do more lots. I think 4 contracts is the most I can do, but Russ is like, you need a lot of movement, you know? They hit this target. Wait, is $4? $4 isn't that much on Russ, actually. Maybe just because there's not much movement at all. That's a nice candle though. So it would just be like this. Let's see if it can stay above the VWAP. If it breaks the VWAP, we're probably in trouble, but we have a lot of breathing room at least. Yeah, I know. I know. I'm gonna check out the bearish pairs here. Let me just move that there so you can see it. So GBP-CAD is like the most bearish pair, and GBP-CHF. So let's take a look at that. Yeah, we try to get in this. This is the trade I missed by 1 pip, by the way. If you want to see how painful it is, let's look at it. I'll be talking about this one for years. See this? We missed it by 1 pip. Looking pretty good though. We actually hit the TP target already. But it almost came back up to my entry there, but it dumped again. I'm surprised it's bouncing so hard here with such a bearish economic, with such bearish economic pressure. But the reason why I put the TP here is because even though there's a lot of bearish economic pressure, these strong support levels that had reversed the price previously, it's still relevant. People will still buy there. They think it's a good deal, and it's a good idea, right? It's like, hey, price rallied up last time here. It looks like it's on sale. I might as well enter a long position here, right? So that's why we got like all this bounce. We got a bounce. We got a bounce. So we'll see if it comes back down here. It should come back down here. It should. Eventually, it's going to break, and then we're targeting this area I marked out. If this floor breaks, we're headed down to there for sure. So I don't know how to get into this trade after missing it by 1 tick, but I don't really. It seems a little. It's in the middle of this whole range right now. So based off, what would you say is the better prop firms as now, like top 3? Okay, so Forex, I like E8 markets because they have payout on demand, and same with funding pips. Payout on demand is really good unless you go too far into drawdown, and then you're kind of screwed. So if you're going for like lower profit targets, like funding pips, when I get a 100K account, I'll target like $2,500 for a payout, because I can do day 1 1,000 profit, Day 2, 1,000 profit. That's a 1% gain, by the way. And then day 3, 500, 0.5% gain. That's 40% consistency. Boom, you can request a payout, and then you can do it again. So you can get a payout every almost 2 payouts a week when you do it like that. E8 Markets has the same situation. E8 Markets. Let me see if I can show you E8 Markets. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. You'll like this. This is super interesting. Okay. So, yeah, hang on. I gotta scroll down. Okay, my information up top here. It's so annoying. I can't even collapse it. Okay. We're just gonna leave it like this. Okay, so I've made 18% on this account. I started it. Oh man, I can't see when I started it. I can't see. I think I started it like 5 weeks ago. A little over 5 weeks ago. I'm pretty sure the first trade was like October 7th or something. But check this out. I mean, what a run. And you have to realize I'm requesting a payout every 3 wins. So I've requested 4 or 5 payouts on here because of the payout on demand. So I don't have to like make profit and then wait. I can make profit and request every 3 days. I'm 1 win away from getting another payout because I'm currently at 118K. That means I've withdrawn. This is a withdrawal right here. See this right here? No, that's a loss. Wait, is that a withdrawal? I can't tell. I don't know if that's a withdrawal or not. Wait, no. It's not a withdrawal. It's a loss. Because they don't, that's the cool thing about E8 Markets. They don't deduct your money from a payout. So it just infinitely scales. So it's like a really interesting scaling program that they have. But you see this, so I've made 18% on this account in like 5 weeks, which is kind of good. Check this out, 69% win rate, nice. And then these pay on demands, I do 1-to-1 risk to reward trades, right? So that means how many losses do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 losses total. Or maybe, did I miss these ones? Yeah, maybe. So it's not bad, but you see this down here. Can you see that? Yeah. You see, you have to have 2% minimum. So that's why like 2,500 is simple. I've done more than 2,500 on some of them. Maybe like my last one was 2,600 actually, because you can see my average win is 1,300. So I target a little bit more than 1%. I go about 1.5% or close to it. So it's kind of nice. So I like that. E8 Markets, funding pips, and what's another really good one? Funded Next is solid, man, because they have fast payouts. So I would say Funded Next. And then I've always liked Fivers, their high stakes program, because they've always just paid for like 2 years straight. I've never had an issue with them. I've made like 40K in payouts from them with 5 different funded accounts over time. So only recently did I have to do an interview with them, and it was super chill. It lasted 10 minutes, and he's like, "Oh yeah, sounds good, buddy." And then they sent the payout right after the interview. So it wasn't an interrogation. It was just like them asking about my trading strategy. And then, so those 3 for Forex. For futures, I would say Funded Next Futures, really good model. I'll show you that one. This is live, yeah. That's funny. So futures here, this is the one I take. So they have this one here, guys. It's called Rapid. I don't recommend it. But I like the Legacy. So Legacy is so OP. Like the 50K, it's so good. It's like better than almost any other firm that I've looked at. I've looked at a lot of future firms, a lot, like almost everyone that you can think of that's even worth looking at. So this model's so good because you have 5% of drawdown, you have 5% TP. Usually it's 2% and 6%, or sorry, usually it's 4% and 6%. So just the targets alone make it so much easier to pass. There's no activation fee. And the only thing is there's a 40% consistency, but that's totally fine. If you set up your risk right, it barely affects the probability of winning. It just takes 3 days to pass. So day one, you could just target $850 a day profit for 3 days straight. Boom, you pass like that. Just keep it simple. Funding ticks is probably better. Funding ticks, it's probably better just because it's way cheaper, half price. The only difference is 0.5% less drawdown. You see that? But you go like this, $85 for 50K. So you just have $1,000 profit cap. So that's fine because you don't, you can target $1,000 on 6 accounts. That's enough money for anyone. So I think funding ticks and funded necks are like pretty on par with one another. They both have really good pros and cons. The last futures firm I would choose is like, Blueberry is coming out with a good model. I saw their model. So that one might be my third favorite, or maybe my second favorite. Who knows? It's pretty good. And then I like Top Step. Top Step's pretty good because they have 50% consistency and super easy rules. It's like make profit on your funded account, 5 profitable days, and you can take 60% of your profits. That's it. It's not complicated. It's really nice. Funding pips is good. Let's see. Funding pips. Let's see. Yeah, good question. Let's see. So this is the one I do. Just the normal 2-step, I think. I don't know. I don't ever recommend these like instant funded ones. I don't. The 1-step likely has trailing drawdown. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, wait. No, I don't know. It doesn't say. But yeah, I do the 2-step. I think it's better. It's just better long term because you're going to have 10% of drawdown on your funded account. And it's just so much easier to hit multiple payouts in a row. Because especially if you only target 3%, think about how many times you can hit 3% before you hit 10% drawdown. Hopefully a lot. The pro is just like I don't like the 6% max loss, to be honest. I like the higher drawdown. If I'm going to do these tight max loss accounts, I'm just going to trade futures because that's what futures does. Can you take a look? There's a bearish crossover. Yeah, let's take a quick look at gold. Let's take a look at my trade first. Oh, this one was looking pretty good. Oh, wait. What happened? Oh. Oh, we're halfway there. Nice bounce. Nice sniper entry, huh? Let's take a look at gold. Okay, so gold's got a bearish crossover, but we have to look at the 1-hour chart. Oh, yeah, 1 hour is super bearish. What was I thinking that it was bullish? I didn't look, that's why. Let's look at XAU, though. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's actually not bad. Let's take a look here. So you can see we had the crossover here. And close below the VWAP. You had a little bit of a pullback. So this is not a bad entry right now to go short because we still haven't swept the liquidity. So if you're looking for a PFK alpha, I'm going to take this one on this account, actually. So let's take a short here. I'll just do a market order short. You know, I can just do one contract. I don't need to go crazy. I'll give it some forgiveness. So I just need to make 1,000, and then I can risk my drawdown. 2,200, sure. Market order, sell. Okay, so we just need price to come down to this level, which I think there's a really nice chance. We had a sell off and a little bit of buyers step in right off the open price there, but it should roll over a little bit here. So let's see. We'll keep an eye on this other trade here too. Oh, did it? Yeah, it's up 500. Russ. Yeah, we're getting pretty good there. Pretty close. I think we have a good chance to hit that one too. For FTMO, after passing step 1, does the max daily loss and max daily reset for 2-step and then reset for 3-step? Yeah, you'll get a fresh account. So the target's different, right? So you'll need 5% on your second phase, but everything's fresh. It's a whole fresh account. The one you pass, the phase 1, that's like, that account's gone forever. The only time it'll come back is if they want to look at it to try to not deny a payout. Like, we don't like this one trade you took 8 months ago. We don't think you're a good fit for us. But you'll only ever get targeted if you are profitable, right? They'll never say, if you take 100 challenges and fail every one, you'll never hear anything from them. You'll be their most favorite customer ever. You watched my video that I uploaded earlier today. I broke it down. Oh, that's good. It was helpful. That's good. Good news. Yeah, I just made a video today I posted on YouTube that just kind of talked about the pros and cons of futures versus Forex. Because a lot of people are like wondering which is better, and I don't think there's a right answer. There's not one that's better. I do think like the ROI, but like the return on investment for Forex 2-step challenges is higher, but it's also slower. So it's like ROI over time. If you're adding time into the equation, it's like, okay, if I had $10,000 and I spent $10,000 on Forex challenges 2-step, and then I spent $10,000 on futures evals, after 6 months, which one would generate more money? And I think after 6 months, futures would generate more money. But after a year, maybe I think Forex would generate more money. So there's a breaking point, right? So that's why I say, like, if you are looking to make ROI faster to get things started, then futures is a good start. And then you can start buying some 2-step Forex challenges. But I really like Forex because I can set up my EA to trade them. So it's a lot less work. Futures, you can see here, I trade manually. But with my Forex, I almost automate everything. So it's just like, all I have to do is buy the account, and then I just put my EA, and I'll put my expert advisor on there, and then it just trades my strategy for me. And that has just, it's so OP, like, to not have to, like, it's just like automatic money if the EA is trading well. Yeah, I heard Top Step might remove the activation fee, which would be huge. They would probably have to increase your prices a little bit maybe, but yeah, that would be big. Okay, gold's not really doing anything yet. It looks like it's going to break down. Every time I say that, it's probably going to shoot to the moon though. So my manual trading isn't the best and inconsistent from time to time. So would you say PFK Alpha EA would help my trading be more consistent and a better ROI with prop firms? Yeah, if you're manually trading Forex prop firms, it's going to and you haven't been super successful, like that means like you're kind of in the average percentage of people who pass, which is around 7% of challenges get passed, right? The EA should increase your pass rate, the probability of your pass rate by up to 25 to 30%. Obviously, that's going to fluctuate from month to month. Some months we have like the EA suffers because the market conditions are super choppy. And then other months, the EA is just like passing challenges. Like for me, the last 2 months with the settings I've been running have just been running really, really well. I think it did since August, it's done almost 70% profit, risking 1.5% per trade. And then I also have profit caps on the day, right? So I usually don't make more than 6% on a day. So it would definitely help. It's definitely something to try and see how it feels for you. That's why I do free trials too, because I just want people to come in and see if it's like something they're interested in before committing anything financially to it. Because I only want people to use it like that, feel like it's going to benefit them long term. It's such a long-term game to prop firm trading. Not as long-term as actual trading your own live capital, but still you're not going to find success overnight. It's like something you have to be really interested and passionate about and like show up every day for, and just like take challenges because you like taking challenges. It's like a fun game. But I've been doing this for 2 years, and I've had windows of time where like 2 months where I probably don't make money, but I keep going because I like the game. So it's super important to like it. If you don't like it, then it's going to be a very painful journey because winning and losing are both very exhausting. I really love the PFK Alpha strategy. It helped me a lot, and I will stick to it for life. Yeah, I mean it's the concepts behind it are super simple. I mean, to put it shortly, all you do is trade with hourly momentum. You could even do 30-minute momentum. Ideally, they both align, right? My EA has been running off of 30-minute momentum. The only difference is it can chop a little bit too aggressively sometimes. So you get some losing trades like that. But it's a little bit easier to catch a move at the same time. So it's more aggressive. But yeah, we look at the higher time frame, and the only thing we're doing is like, okay, we see prices selling off, right? It's selling off. So on the 5-minute time frame, we're just looking for a nice entry from a pullback and a crossover, and then a shift in momentum, right? So we're getting in at a discounted price relative to the previous sell-off because we had a pullback, and then we have a momentum shift. And that's the important thing, because you can't just start shorting at a certain level because it's pulling back. I mean, you could if you really like the technical level setup, but you want to see that sellers are coming back into the game. And the way we do that is we look at, okay, when sellers come back into the game, they will be able to push price down enough again to cross over the EMAs, which is a momentum shift on the lower time frame. So that's why you can go short on the crossover. So the concepts are very simple. It's just a technical way to follow those simple concepts that really market movements and price action has a really good foundation around those concepts. Yeah, slippage is a problem with Forex prop firms. That's why you might like futures more too, because slippage, like prop firms are going to have slippage and they're going to have price manipulation. Every single one of them will do it. Every single one. I don't care how legit they say they are, there's always going to be something going on with slippage. Always. Heavy into EAs for the past 4 years and seen the good, the bad, and I know they can be very useful if used properly. Yeah, I think that's why I designed the PFK Alpha EA, because it's, I think, the biggest problem. If you've been in the game for 4 years, you'll probably agree with what I say. But most retail EAs, they have insane inverse strategies. We're talking 20 to 1. Some of them don't even use stop losses. So they call them position trades, and they take like 10 pips of profit and they'll have 1,000 pips of drawdown, right? So the reason why they do that is because their goal is to sell the EA. So if they can show, even on a free trial, so if they can show like, hey, look at the last year, it's got like a 95% win rate or whatever, and then someone buys it and then trials it or whatever, and they get wins all week, and they're like, oh, this thing's winning all week, I'm gonna buy it. And the problem is, when that one loss comes, which it will, your whole account is gone. So you're cooked. That's it. So there's no there, like it's like, are you going to be left holding the hot potato? Are you going to be in the trade when it actually loses? Like, when do you stop running it? You know what I mean? So if you run it on a real account, you're going to have major issues at some point. At some point, it's going to turn and you're going to be in that trade that destroys the whole balance. But the 95% win rate is really nice while it lasts. So sometimes it can be good for prop firms if they allow the trading style it has, if you can get in and out before that happens. But yeah, it's crazy. After 2 years of prop trading, do you feel like revenge trading after a loss? If not, how do you react after a loss? I don't. Well, the issue is, I think the thing is, because I run multiple accounts, that has solved the issue for me, like over trading one single account. If I take a trade and I lose it on one account, then I'll be like, okay, on to the next. But the thing about my trading style is my risk. It's usually always, even if I'm revenge trading and I take a trade that maybe isn't that great, like the entry, I always set up the risk the same. So the base probability is already very consistent. And sometimes, even if it's not a good entry, we can't predict the market movement. It might still work out in my favor because the risk that I've set up for the trade is good. So I think a good plan, like if you have problems with revenge trading, number one, don't just have one account that everything depends on, because that is insanely stressful. And number two, have a plan for your risk, and then you can take your entry wherever you want to take it, but always use the same consistent risk. Don't have like a 1-to-1 risk to reward on one trade, and then you have a 1-to-5 on another trade, and then one trade you risk 0.5% and the other trade you risk 2%. That's never going to work, right? You're just like spinning the wheel and hoping for the best. So I would recommend that. But you can't get slippage on futures funding ticks. They can't manipulate the data. So if that's happening, it's just the market data. So futures shares all the same market data. So the only time you're going to see slippage, everybody would, if like you get a sudden tick upwards or sudden sell off. But it's not from the prop firm. The prop firm can't manipulate the market data for futures. Literally not possible. Do you still run the chicken account? The chicken account I haven't run in a long time. It's been over a month. So we have to bring the chicken back at some point. When I'm getting poor, when I'm on my last dollar, we'll bring the chicken back. This thing actually started to come back. Oh, that's not very nice. That was a large candle. Well, it wasn't large, but gave some of my profit back there. We'll see. Okay, guys, I'm gonna bounce. I'm gonna give away 10K blueberry accounts for anyone of you chilling in here. So if you want to register for the giveaway, just type 1 in the chat, and I'll find a way to pick somebody random. Let me find a way. put one in the chat. Just do it one time though. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, just do it one time. I'm going to delete people that did it twice. Oh, wait. I'm not going to delete your number twice. I'm just, can I delete? Oh, wait, can I even delete from there? Oh, I don't know. Maybe not. Okay, I'm not going to count it twice, so. I think I only see 2 people. Okay, we're okay. Okay, I'm just going to count that. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Did someone say gold? Oh, gold's going. Nice. Okay, and then sorry guys, give me a second. I should have planned this out better. I think we're good. I think everyone just did it once. Okay, you guys are awesome. At least nobody spammed it. It makes my life harder. I see Alpha May. Oh no, that's fine. 16. Okay, let's do this. 116. Okay. So we have 16 people that typed 1. We're just going to go 116 and we're just going to spin this wheel. All right. And then I'll count down. I think there's 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Number 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alpha Omega. Alpha Omega, buddy. Sorry, you guys are gonna have a different order than me. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This guy here. Okay. I'm gonna message you. I'm gonna can you message me on YouTube? Is that possible? Let me see. Yo, Alpha, can you comment on my last YouTube video and then I'll get you from there, if you don't mind. Then I'll just DM you and get your or I'll just ask you for your email in that comment, just because like yeah, I just have to make sure it's you. If you're cool with that, I should be able to message you. I should have had a better way to talk to somebody here. You know, it's weird. I wonder if I can. I don't know anything about YouTube. I can't do anything from Streamlabs. Let me find my channel. I'm live. Okay, I can click on it. Alpha. Oh yeah, here we go. Click on you. Go to channel. Can I message him? Let's see. Bro, I don't like YouTube anymore. I give up. I literally need help. Commented. Okay. I will find a way to message you. I thought you could message on YouTube. Guess not. Maybe I'll just get your IG name. I'll respond after and I'll get your IG name and DM you. Okay. All right. All right, cool guys. Thanks for coming out. Yeah, not bad. I'll be on Discord. I'm gonna do YouTube this week, but in the morning for the VIP members, I'll be normally in my Discord doing the Asian session trading. So yeah, I hope everyone has a good trading week, and I will talk to you guys in a bit. All right.